Nicole Bernard.
Good morning.
It's Monday. It's May. It is go time today.
It's hard to believe it's May. It's crazy.
So it sets up today's accountability discussion because I don't know, maybe the calendar lit up a little bit of stress, and not stress in a bad way, but just awareness. To your point, it's holy smokes. It's already May 6th.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, summer will be here before we know it, which is crazy.
I find when this is the most obvious thing, but I state it. I find when the weekend starts over a weekend and you start the next week off, or like it's May 6th, like in 7 days from now, Mother's Day is past and we're already into the middle of May.
Yeah.
Like it goes real fast. It
does. It seemed like January took forever and now it's just like going so fast. Like so weird.
I know. It's so today on the show, I know that prep for today as I would have liked. I had a very active family weekend. At least it seemed like it was an active family weekend. Piper had dance recitals all day yesterday. Carter was out at his big camp and he made his big decision, which I'm happy to share with you. Lauren ran her half marathon.
Nice.
Which I'll share with you those results. Yes, I will share with you those results. And then, I was like, holy smokes, it's already Monday morning. And I don't know if I am as prepared as I would like to be, but we are here because we're showing up to do our thing and have conversations with folks and so forth. Hey, Friday, I know the little man wasn't feeling very well.
Mm-hmm. He's a lot better. It was his allergies. They are brutal. He had a soccer game the night before and it was fresh cut grass, which gets him every time. So yeah, he got up at 3. He didn't even wake me up till 4. I was like, why didn't you get me up before?
Yeah.
It was just like his nose was just running like off the rails. It was insane. And just didn't have a fever, but almost felt like he did. So yeah. But he's much better. He's feeling better. We had rain, and so now all the pollen's.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be like in the 80s here later this week, so we'll see.
There's some things there's something that I got some new graphics for the show here. You can see.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I should put this one on because it's still dark out in the morning here. So I love the smell of freshly cut grass.
So do I. It reminds me of soccer, like just growing up with that smell.
I bet. Yes. I love the smell of freshly cut grass. I love the smell of gasoline.
Oh, I don't love that smell.
I love the smell of nail polish.
Interesting. I love the smell of books. Weirdo.
Revealing truths and secrets. Mornings in the lab. What do you like the smell of, nation? Speaking of what do you like the smell of, I found a couple topics, some fun topics to keep people accountable this morning and get them going on with their day. One of them is I had Kylie Houck on the show a couple weeks back, and I found something this morning I was reading on the best time of day to poop, according to a gastroenterologist. And I thought this was timely because of my conversation with Kylie. My wife ran her marathon yesterday, and I know marathoners and runners and ultra marathoners, that is a thing to time out. Like when you're going out on an adventure for 7,000 hours, you're like, okay, I need to be aware of that. And then the funny thing is I read something else complimentary on my second cup of coffee this morning, Nicole Bernard, which was, why do dogs sniff each other's butts? Yeah, all kinds of topics here to start the day this week, all based around accountability and stress and the fact that it's already May 6th.
And poop, apparently.
And that's it. But yeah, I love the smell of freshly cut grass, but I can appreciate those that have allergies, how it's like, oh no, they're cutting the grass, the pollen is going to be released. And because I know
Laura. Inside.
Yes, let's get in, get out of there.
Mm-hmm. I remember it was the first time we realized he even had allergies. It was a few years ago, and we were out at a soccer field kicking the ball, and he started rolling around in it, and all of a sudden he sat up, and his face was like literally swollen. We're like, oh my god!
Like instant.
Instant, yeah. So if he can't touch it, if he's even around it, like I said, things go off the rails. But if he like touches it or gets it on him, then he just breaks out into hives. It's insane.
He became pretty aware. Yeah.
Yeah, which I've never had inner allergies. Benton does, but not to grass, but to pollen. Like his are really bad right now as well. And my son and I are like, oh yeah, I guess there's pollen out.
Yeah.
Crazy how it affects.
It's absolutely crazy how that affects. I know that it affects folks here in the house as well. I've never been affected by pollen. I don't know if you nation have, but I know I've never, at least I don't have awareness that it affected me.
Yeah. feel like you'd know by now, you
I
know?
would think so. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. Brookie was sick a couple weeks back and gave her some cough medicine for her age, and it had what have red dye in it or one of the dyes. And
Oh,
the next morning woke up hives,
yeah. That's
like
crazy.
instant,
Dang.
right? And you go, oh, okay, so that's a thing. It's actually a
Mm,
thing where
yeah.
hives are a part of where. So I've never had hives either. Have you?
Yes. Well, one time. Apparently, I guess I'm allergic to holly. Like I was putting up Christmas lights. I was in high school and I fell into a holly bush and I broke out in hives.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, that was the only time though. Yeah. How about like poison oak or poison ivy? Like you touch that, do you get it? Like, does it spread?
Yes. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
somebody put a pizza up on our screen here today. Oh, hey, listen. So yeah, there's maybe see Marty. Is that a pizza? Was that a pizza moniker there on the screen there? Looks like a pizza comment, maybe. I don't know. So
Yeah.
I have never. So man, knock on wood. I've never had poison oak. Never had
Mm.
poison ivy. I'm neurotic about all that stuff, but It's never happened to me. How about you?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I can be around it, but same thing like Benton, Arlo, like if they're around it or if it like blows in the wind, they'll get like Arlo got it all over his face a few years
Dude.
ago. I know.
Oh,
And so again, me and my daughter are like, huh? What? Like, oh, we just dropped through like poison egg. Oh,
I've never heard the name Arlo in my entire life till I met you. And then over the weekend, I was at a Kentucky Derby party. Speaking of Kentucky Derby party, we'll talk about that in a few moments. I met another family with a son named Arlo.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a
So
little more popular now.
yeah, it's a beautiful name. I love the name.
Actually, I didn't like it. He didn't have a name for the first 2 weeks. He was baby.
Oh yeah.
Benton always loved it. And I was like, no, I don't really like it. And then our midwife came back. She was like, hey, we have to name this kid. I was like, okay, I guess I'll go with Arlo. And now I love it. And now he is
I
perfect
love the
for
name.
his
I
yeah.
Yeah, I love the name. It's unique, it's distinct. So he's a unique, distinct young man.
He is. Yeah, he's pretty special.
You revealed just now that you used a midwife for labor.
Yeah, I had him at home.
Oh wow. So you have Arlo and first one
Mame.
Mame. So was Mame born midwife as well?
No, she was born in a hospital, and it was great. It was not a bad experience, and because it was a good experience, I was like, yeah, I can have him at home. So
Good for you.
yeah,
Was
that's cool.
so it was a conscious decision then for you and Benton to have Arlo at home, or
Mm-hmm.
because Mame was so beautiful, another beautiful name. Look at you. It sounds French.
It is. It's like a French variation of Mary.
Yeah, Mame.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a Mame Bernard.
Mm-hmm. Mame
That's
Sophia Bernard.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, wow.
Yes.
So you had her, and you're like, oh, that was easy. So let's just stay at home next time, Benton. Let's save some cat. You're in America. Let's save some
Right.
cat.
I gotta say, it was like a third of the price. That wasn't like our main catalyst.
That's something. So as a Canadian, we don't have that conversation up here in Canada. It's just like, go have a baby, go to the store and
Yeah.
just go and walk out with your ingredients and nobody charges you. But in America, it's like, hey, here's your bill. Right?
Yeah, $1 million.
Yeah. Hey, so let's get tactical. And I don't need to know the actual number. That's irrelevant. But do they give that? So baby's done as you're checking out of the hospital, like for Mame, not Arlo, because I know the midwife came to the house. But after Mame, did they give you guys like the bill? Like, okay, here you go,
Not
Ben.
like at the hospital. No, yeah.
They
Don't
send
give
it
it
in
to
the
you on the
mail
way
later?
out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They wait. They're nice that way.
Here's your
You can
bill
enjoy
for
the
the birth
baby
of
for
your
a little
child.
while. Yeah.
So if you don't pay the bill, do they take the child back?
I don't know.
I noticed you just had a sip of coffee there when I asked that question. You're like, yeah, oh, we can't pay the bill. Take the child back. Yeah, maybe those. Yeah, you wonder. You just wonder. You just absolutely wonder. And then I think that's there's certain benefit structures in the U.S. where you have babies paid for. I think, right? If you're federal employee and so forth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's different options, I guess.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it's just a mindset. So it's funny because Lauren works in I guess the healthcare industry here in Canada in the sense of she helps folks with older parents have home care come to the house. So if your parents are aging and they want to stay at the house, she'll have some folks come by the house and help take care of your parents. But I bring it up because people just aren't used to paying for stuff, especially in this country. What do you mean that I got to pay for home care? Isn't it free?
Mm-hmm.
But yet we as parents, Nicole, we never expected anybody to pay for we never expected anybody to care for our children for free, right? Like you don't grow up going, okay, Benton, how come the government is not taking care of our children for free?
Right.
Not a mindset.
Yeah. No.
No, not a mindset at all. Not at all mindset at all. All right, so we are 50 minutes after the hour here today. We have an interesting week this week. We got a couple guests this week. We got Aria Lighty joining us tomorrow morning.
Oh, awesome. It's like 2 a.m. her time.
I sent her a video last night welcoming you in. I said, hey, why don't you just come straight from the bar? Aria will either be joining us with lots of energy or a little bit of energy, depending on what drink of choice she is consuming that time of the morning. We have David Young joining us on Thursday, and I believe we have somebody else joining us on Friday. So we have an active week of morning guests. See, Marty Fitt's going to jump by here as well a couple times this week. So we have a couple of people jumping in for the conversation. And then also, Nicole, my goal here this week is to. So I had a catastrophic fail on Friday, not because you were busy taking care of the homestead. Yeah, we just had some changes to. We had a change in somebody on Friday decided that they needed to go do some different things. So on Friday, I'm like, okay, looks like some of these tasks aren't going to get done. So Friday, we did not get our creator spotlight out. So I'm gonna run what we talked about on Friday with Keith, Stephen Johns, our creator spotlight. And then I have another creator that I want to pull up today to share with you. I don't suspect you this fellow. I did not know this fellow until I stumbled upon him on the old LinkedIners. And he just reveals some interesting stuff that I think that I want to share with you regarding the behind the scenes happenings on LinkedIn and the old social platforms. Good morning, Michael Hoodlow from Florida. Mike jumps in every single day, Nicole.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's one of our guests, one of our live in the lab guests that I've had across the show here. But let's do this. Let's jump away for a quick coffee break for a minute, and then we'll come back with our accountability check-in. We're going to talk about stress. I know that I don't know. I know you went for a run this weekend. I know you had some things on your mind. I know that maybe stress had something to do with it. So let's talk about how we face it, how we dig deeper, how we think differently when it comes to stress. So let's step away for a minute. We'll come back and we're going to have a little conversation about stress. All right, hang tight. All right, we're back. Keith and Nicole here, first thing in the morning, joining you guys live in the lab, mornings in the lab with Keith and Nicole. So we want to kick our discussion into gear. Monday, May 6th. A week from now is going to be May 13th. A week from now is going to be May 30th. Mother's Day is around the corner.
Mm-hmm. It's also Benton's birthday. Every few years it lands on the same one, so he has to split it with me.
How does that work out in your house?
It's actually okay. It's just funny. Like, I feel bad for him. I'm like, yeah, sorry. It's not all about you today. Next year.
So it's Mother's Day on May 12th, and it's Lauren's birthday on May 16th. So there's a few days there where it's like, hey, let's go shine the light on my lovely bride over there, which is always fun. But it's funny because I did have something. This actually, I think, is going to be a great topic to throw on the table this morning too, which is I found some ideas for Mother's Day gifts for men and folks listening today. I lost the article here, so I'm going to do that. But while I'm doing that, here we go. Yeah, perfect. Good. Okay. So we'll come back to that in a few moments. I want to continue our conversation, Nicole, around stress and how we deal with it and how some of us deal with it differently, how some of us deal with it independently, collaboratively, or so forth. Before we get into it, how do you deal with stress, Nicole Bernard?
Yeah, I guess I go running. I have to be like active somehow. Helps me work through it and just come up with a game plan. Like when I'm quiet and by myself, and take a second to look back at what is really stressing me out.
Yeah. I perhaps can relate to what you just said because got up this morning a little anxious. I don't know what, not anxious in a negative way, just anxious. Okay, I got a big week, got an active day here. I was on. I'm like, okay, I hit my snooze button once. Okay, I got to get more. I was already felt like I was already 9 minutes behind. So but I went for a walk. I sent you a picture of it. And that to me is what really, like, you go for a run. I went for a walk. I've been really working on getting into a workflow habit, Nicole, of using Otter, like to take my brain and transcribe it. I went for a walk, put my headphones on, open my Otter app and just started talking to myself and capturing everything going on in my head. And I've been finding that very helpful for me.
Yeah, I can see that. That's awesome.
Because then I can reflect upon my notes. my AI reflects upon it with me. But then I feel like, I don't know about you, but I feel like once I get it out of my head, it's like dumping water out of the glass, right? It's like dumping it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
My brain goes
pressure.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. So today's accountability check-in. Stress changed me, but in a good way. Have you ever been too stressed to think? Because I know I can tell you that I've been in that place and it's not pretty. But when I stopped running from it, every pun intended, and started leveraging it, it became my engine for focus, creativity, and more energy. Because I can tell you when I was done my walk this morning, and I'm going to suspect like when you went for your run on the weekend, you came back with more focus, more creativity, and you had more energy. Am I wrong?
Yeah, no, it was great. And it was funny because it was brutal weather, but it felt
really
good. Oh my God, it was nasty. But yeah, no, it was good. And look, Michael said he puts on the heaviest metal and goes for a run too.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yes, there you go. It's funny because Michael's comment about putting on the heaviest metal and you going out in a storm. There's something also comforting about that bad weather too, isn't there?
Yeah, it was definitely like, let's embrace the suck day. And when you do, it was good.
But what I like about your attitude is because you're very much, I think you're very much a Goggins disciple. The harder it is, the more you embrace it. I'm suspecting that stress you had on your brain as you looked outside the window, you're like, okay, this is actually perfect because outside is articulating what's in my head right now. Now I'm going to go walk into it and walk through it. Am I right?
Yeah, totally. Like it probably would have been a different vibe had it been like sunny. So
that's what I mean. Like I can relate to that. I like overcast. I know everybody loves sun and I don't mind the sun. Believe me, I like the sun too. I love the power of overcast and cloudiness, and something about that is really optimistic to me.
Yeah, it's so pretty too. Yeah,
absolutely. Yes,
cast and rain, and yeah, like you're soaking wet, but yeah, just
it's true. It's true. So changing stress and how you see it is what you need to do to push forward. So here's some ideas on how to face the stress. Don't pretend it doesn't exist. Like I chose this morning. It's funny because I remember the moment, Nicole, I was going to the restroom to brush my teeth and I was making a decision at that time. Going, okay, do I go downstairs and get my lift in, knowing that my gym is over there and my desk is over here, and I know what typically happens because I wasn't feeling as prepared for the show this morning. I know I'd be over there doing my thing, but what am I also going to be doing?
Thinking about.
Yeah, and coming here, I was like, no, I got to get the hell out of here. I got to get into a different space. So I didn't pretend that the stress didn't exist. I didn't ignore it. I was feeling somewhat overwhelmed. So I took action. I went for a walk. And I knew that if I got back by the 51 minute mark, the show starts at the top of the hour, I was going to be fine. And I did. And man, it was a very therapeutic experience for me. It allowed me to dig deeper in those 30 minutes. It understood where I was coming from. It moved all the overwhelming thoughts in my head and just brought me back to rationality.
Yeah, it's funny how moving our bodies does that. Other thing too that was new on Saturdays, I did a different route. I'm usually like the same like exact route, and so it was funny how my body reacted to being on a different like route, because sometimes I'll have like my places where I kind of like take a breather or I walk, but yeah, this is totally different, and just it was a great run. So that seemed like it had something to do with it.
And a good tip, right? So somebody here this morning is tuning in and they're listening and they're thinking, what's going to be the direction of my day today? Maybe the direction of your day today is the opposite of what you thought your direction was today.
Yeah.
So if you're feeling off or you're feeling like you're maybe a little out of sorts, it's Monday and you're stressed out that it's May 6th, and you're like, holy smokes, May is going to be over before we know it. Maybe today's the day to run in a different direction. Think differently. Stress is a challenge. And as Michael Hoodlow points out here, stress gives you blinders. That's bad. Decisions are made with limited focus. Try to compartmentalize. Isn't that true? I know I've had a few military folks on the show here the last couple of weeks, and they talk, Nicole, about compartmentalizing emotions. It's funny, I asked one guy about crying. Special ops guy.
Oh, God. How'd that go?
You can imagine the look on his face when I asked him. And then the look on his face when he reflected upon it. And the look on his face when he answered, he's like, why would I cry? Yeah. Good question. Why would I cry? Yeah. It's a few moments before we talked about the feeling of what it's like to walk up to another human being and shoot them, because he's a military guy. So that's what they do for a living. He's a special ops guy. So that's actually what he really does for a living. So do you cry? Why would I cry, Keith? Okay.
You're next.
I'm going to take my stress out on you and go in a different direction. Yeah. So there you go. Today's accountability check-in. Your full potential lies on the other side of stress. So if you're starting your day and you're stressed out about Monday, you're stressed out about the fact that it's May 6th and May is going to be over before you know it, I would invite you, because it's June. Oh my God, it's June.
I know, and then summer, and then it's just like, then it's Christmas, I swear.
No, I know, but that's exactly how it works, because let's just go at it. So it's May 6th today. Before we know it, we're going to be talking about your June 22nd ultra marathon. Before we know it, the kids are done school. Like when your kids are done school in America, your kids are done school soon, actually, like end of May, probably June 1st.
Some kids are, like the South is out soon. We end June 7th, like different parts of the country end different times, but yeah.
So there you go. So June, so in a month from now, your kids are done. Then you're having to deal with those discussions around, okay, Benton, the kids are around now all the time because the kids aren't at school. Then you have your marathon on June 22nd. Then it's July 4th.
Yeah.
Like it just boom, boom.
Yeah. And I'm sure it's pretty everywhere in the summer, but like when you live in the Northwest, like you live for summer because it's 3 months of like sun and beautifulness. So it's just, and the sun doesn't go down until 9:30 at night. It's up at 4. So you're just like constantly trying to like chase the sun and do as much as you can.
Same way here. Yeah. The sun's up until, like you said, 9 o'clock, and it's back up again at 5 o'clock the next morning. Love that. Love that. Hey, what are mosquitoes like in your neck of the woods?
We don't really have them here, which is nice. Like where we live specifically, if like you go up into the mountains by like the lakes and stuff, then they can get pretty nasty. But down where we are, we don't really have them, which is amazing, because growing up in Louisiana, that's all we had. It's like the state bird.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. All right. Bottom of the hour, Nicole Bernard. We talked accountability. We talked stress. Why don't we talk about I had this on the list. I know, and I do want to get to why dogs sniff each other's butts. I do want to get to the best time to poop, and I do want to get to our creator spotlight. But I think what I really want to get to, because you're a mom, is I want to talk about the 50 or so forth, the 50 best Mother Day gifts, the top gifts for moms. This is courtesy of Men's Health. So because you're a mom, I'm going to throw some stuff on the table for you to see what you think of them or whether you like them. You can give Nation a rating, whether you're supportive of the idea or not, and people can decide whether I'm going to go get my mom one of these things. So first one, how about a smart bird feeder with camera?
That wouldn't be my top pick, but I do know, like, my mother-in-law would love that. So yeah, if you're into birds, for sure.
So I'll tell you, as you get older, you definitely get into birds.
I have, heard that. And I notice them more so now than I did when I was younger.
It's true. It's absolutely true. I don't know why that is. I think maybe because we slow down and you notice things more, but I will tell you, you notice, you go to Galapagos and you're like, oh yeah, birds everywhere. And you slow right down, like checking out the birds. So there you go. So one of our gifts is a smart bird feeder with camera. So there's a camera on it. The bird can so here's what I'm gonna do. Why don't I put this on the screen for us? The bird can see, you can see the bird eating the food. That's a fun thing. No?
That would be cute. Yeah, that'd be soothing. It's almost like when I had chickens and like just watching the chickens walk around and peck the dirt.
That's it. Yes, that's what I'm envisioning too. That's exactly what I'm envisioning too. Okay, so Birdfly, smart bird feeder, one of the gifts for your moms for Mother's Day today. The Jody filtered shower head.
Okay.
It not only does it upgrade water pressure, but filters out chlorine and other contaminants responsible for dull hair and skin. We know that our lovely females in our lives very much aware of the dull hair and flat, dry skin. So maybe the Jolie shower head is something you want to get your mom. How about a Miko foot massager?
Oh, yes. That would be it. Yes.
Is that something, I guess, for you? Because you're a runner.
Yeah. And just in general, I love a foot massage.
Do you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you go for pedicures? Are you a pedicure?
No.
Not after
maybe once in a while. My daughter, between like cleats and tennis shoes doesn't last very long, and I've just never been one to get my nails done. But my daughter likes it, so we'll go. And it is fun, but it's just not something that comes to my mind often. So.
I bet. Yes. How about the Yeti 27-liter backpack? There you go. Durable, full of useful compartments. This pack is easy on the back and can store a laptop or iPad safely. So there's something for mom, right?
Color.
Nice color, nice salmon color. How about a higher dose infrared sauna blanket?
Sure.
Would that be something you'd love to get from your kids?
Not really. I don't like feeling hot.
No, so the idea of a weighted blanket is not for you then?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Not at all. How about the Giadzi Cookies d'Italia box?
Yes, I love cookies.
Do you? I love cookies too. Do you make cookies?
We just made cookies last night and churros. My first time ever making churros.
Whoa, there you go. There you go. All right, next up, the GoRuck training vest. Do you train with a training vest?
I do sometimes, yeah. Remember, my plan was to run the Goggins challenge with it, but that
right. Yes. Yeah.
I bit off way more than I can chew with that one. So yeah, I didn't do it. But yes, I do running with it sometimes. 25
pounds, 45 pounds, 60 pounds. What do you got?
Mine goes up to 25, and yeah, you can remove some of that.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. How about the form-fitting head gel ice cap from Thermal Ice? No, it doesn't look great, but this ice cap makes up for cooling your noggin to the core. Yeah, I don't know. So if you're watching right now, I'm not sure if I would want to. Yeah, I guess I could see it because if you have like fees under your eyes and stuff. But yeah, some people might like it. The Brooklyn and Super Plush bath towels. I like nice plush bath towels. I like a nice plush bath towel. I can tell when towels aren't that good. They don't absorb any moisture. Yeah. You're drying yourself off. You're like, oh, so I need a second towel. Right. How about some Cozy Earth Women's long sleeve bamboo pajamas? Yeah, those look cozy. Hey, I didn't know you could make pajamas out of bamboo. I did not know that either. We learn something every single day. How about the Drift Sandscape, which is, what is this? So it's a Zen guarded perpetual motion machine combined with meditation, and it's an Android powered, but it's essentially, don't know what it is other than it's a gadget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it move the sand for you?
I must move the sand. You look at it and it must just maybe provide you something delightful to get up with. How about Sunwink Cacao Mushroom Superfood Powder?
I'd rather take the cookies.
I think so too. So daily cacao powder with mushrooms in it for your coffee. I don't know.
Yeah, which I hear is those are good for you, but
Really? I need to get on that.
yeah, there's the whole mushroom thing is definitely a big thing.
Like magic mushrooms you're talking?
No, like health benefit wise.
Yes.
There's a lot of cancer related
Yes.
stuff to it.
I love mushrooms. Oh, I love mushrooms. Love them. Love them. Love them. Cariuma crowd pleasers, an everyday shoe that looks effortlessly cool. They're comfortable, look good, and after some use, you can just show them in the wash machine for that like new look. So must be a new brand. Cariuma. Yeah, nice little pink color.
Yeah, never heard of them, but they're cute.
Here you go. Another massage gift. Nordic Track Pulse Tech Percussion Therapy Gun. I don't know. Do you like these massage guns, Nicole Bernard?
I've only used one once. A friend has one, and I can't remember after what race I used it, and it was good, but I don't know. I think I'd rather just go get a massage. A massage by someone actually felt more effective than that, but I know some people love these things. So
yes,
yeah.
So not creepy. I like the feeling of hands massaging me.
Yeah, it's different for sure.
It's just, and I prefer female hands massaging me. I've been massaged by males, like no problem with it. And there's no sexual thing at all. I just prefer the feeling of a female massage, getting into the muscles, nice deep therapy massage. I've tried these other gadgets, Nicole. I don't know. There's just something, what is it, septic about them? There's just something, I don't know. I just don't, and I mean, it's because I'm doing it myself.
And you gotta hold it and like,
right?
Yeah, and it's like surface level. It's not really, for me anyway, didn't feel like it was the same thing, getting like deep tissue or anything.
That's it. Yes, exactly. And I think it's because I'm doing it myself.
Yeah.
Like, what's kind of defeats.
And gets all cramped holding it.
Like, no, I want to pay somebody to massage me. That's the point, isn't it? Here we go. The Sakara Fresh Start Cleanse. We all need helpful nudges to carry our proper restarts, even moms. May 6th, Mother's Day is a week away. Push her towards feeling her best with this cleansing diet. I don't know, Nicole. I can't support cleansing diets.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want that for Mother's Day. Give me that on a Thursday. I don't know.
Or give it to me a few days after Mother's Day, so I can just have food on Mother's Day, and then I'll cleanse on the Wednesday or Thursday after Mother's Day.
Yeah,
that's it. How about the Quincy Cashmere Throw?
That sounds cozy.
Yeah,
I go for that.
There you go. There you go. Oh, we got some slippers, some Turkish cotton slippers. Are you a slipper person?
Sometimes I actually stole Arlo's because he doesn't wear them anymore, and now we have like the same size foot. So I've been wearing slippers more, but I'm not notoriously a slipper wearer.
Yeah, I've taken to wearing slippers around the house. Believe it or not, it must be the age thing. Slippers and birds, right? And I'm sure Hoodlow is going to comment on this.
Socks, all that.
Yes, I'm sure that Hoodlow is going to comment on this too, because he's ancient like me. So he's like, oh yeah, I wear slippers and birds, and he's just yes, that's right, exactly, Hoodlow. Yeah. How about a nice bouquet? The Sill, the Davilia, and the Proto bouquet.
Wow, that's a fancy name. Yeah, flowers are always nice.
Are they still nice to get flowers in 2024, or are we like, nah, what the hell is he getting me flowers for?
Yeah, I mean, I guess because we don't get them very often. Because yes, I do love them when I do have them, but they die pretty quickly, and I don't know. But so, for instance, Caroline's family sent us a beautiful bouquet after she went home back to France, and
oh yes,
that was amazing. It was so fun to have. Like, it was huge on our kitchen table. It's so nice to look at and smell and stuff, but we wouldn't normally do that. So it's like, I don't know, when I get them every once in a while, I love it, but I don't know that I want to kill flowers every week. But that's just
and then they died, and then when they died, does your memory of Caroline die too? You're like, okay.
No. We're still watching Cobra Kai, so no.
That's awesome. Back to Roots Organic Lavender Grow Kit. So this one will fill mom's place with the smell of fresh lavender. bringing a bit of the French countryside to her humble abode. Something for mom. The Sutra Magnesium Body Butter. Oh man, there's creams and butters and all these things for moms everywhere you can always get, right?
Yeah.
The Ember Temperature Control Travel Mug. I have an Ember mug. I drink every morning. Keeps
I've never heard of Ember.
Yeah, so it's a complicated gadget that keeps your coffee hot. There's an app on it. You can keep it's fun for the first few days, and then you're like, okay, my coffee's hot. I just need it to be hot. I don't care if it's 70 degrees or it's 64 degrees. I need it to be hot. So I get it and I like it. The novelty admittedly wore off after a couple of weeks, and I now use it. I now use it as a mug, not necessarily a Bluetooth connected mug. Right. So here we go. So if mom's looking for light, Nicole Bernard, how about the Zafferano Poldina micro cordless rechargeable table lamp?
It's a mouthful.
These little lights are well made and throw plenty of glow, even if they are a mouth. So why does mom need a cordless rechargeable table lamp?
Yeah, I don't know.
So this one we're throwing off the list, nation. We don't like this one. Oh, here we go. The Onsen hooded waffle robe.
Okay, sure.
So I'll confess to you, Nicole Bernard, this morning, I've become a big robe wearer. Yeah, so I used to never wear robes, but I got this wonderful white big terry robe up in my bathroom, and when it's time for the evening to settle down, I love just putting my robe on, and I'm just Hugh Hefner. I'm just Hugh around the house. It's awesome. It's like got the old robe on, and it's just I don't know. It's definitely something that I throw on more than just post shower, post bath. I just love hanging out in the robe. It's funny. I had to shoot some videos yesterday for some guests because I like to welcome them with videos, and I had the robe on. I'm like, oh, I got to go change out of the robe because I don't think the guests want to see old Uncle Keith in the robe.
Right. What am I being invited to?
Yeah. That's the question they're wondering. Okay, what's the Hatch Restore? Hatch is a great way to give mom a better night's sleep. So it's another gadget that promotes healthy wind down and get up routines. Speaking of gadgets, I got to have my friend Kyle Harrison. Not knocking on your door to try to convince you to join the lab here, but your biocentric lighting is a great solution for everybody waking up in the mornings in the lab. Some lighting that will wake up with you and get your day going, get the stress out, help you get from May 6th to May 7th. Not only do you want the Hatch Restore, you might want some biocentric lighting from Brainlit.
Did you see Michael's comment?
No. Yes, there we go. Hold on. Oh, yes, exactly. Slippers, birds, massage guns. Yes, old. And yes, miss the bourbon in the books. No, Michael.
That might be for the Father's Day guide, the bourbon in the books.
Oh, we're waiting. So that's great, Nicole. So that's coming up next month. That's going to come up next month, which is the best things to Father's Day. How about the Vitruvi Stone Diffuser? What the hell does mom need a stone? If mom doesn't have a diffuser yet, do you have a diffuser?
My daughter does. I tried it. I just build it all the time, so I don't have my own.
So may I ask why?
It smells nice. I think people use it for probably things deeper than what I use it for, but I just like the smell.
So are these diffuser products in need of a problem that doesn't exist? But yet people are like, oh yeah, I think that the Bernard family wants something nice to smell. So we're going to make a diffuser because we know that Meme is going to want to buy a diffuser. How old's Meme?
Yeah, she's 13.
Oh yeah, so same age as Piper. Piper's turned 4. When's Meme's birthday?
July. She'll be 14 in July.
Okay, yeah, so Piper turned 14 in February. So they're very much around the same age. So yeah. I'm thinking that Piper, probably like Mame, would be like, oh yeah, I might be interested in the diffuser. But why?
Yeah. The whole essential oils, I do know that they can help with health things, various health ailments. So
but do they really?
I don't know. There's probably like arguments on both sides. I just, again, like the smell.
Yes, there you go. Okay. We'll stick with the smell. The Sonos Move speaker, because mom always needs a speaker to hang out with. We always need to send mom out with music. Music is the soundtrack to life. So we want to send mom out with some speakers. How about a cookware?
Slow cooker.
Slow cooker base, a slow cooker. We got some recipes, a recipe book, because the internet. Yeah, that's it. Because the internet has no recipes on it.
really hard to find something.
It's really hard to find. Effie's paper, I feel like we're really stretching now. The future is female mug. So that one is a nice, if you don't want to buy a Hydro Flask mug, you can buy the Effie's paper. The Quincy Organic Airy Gauze Quilt Set.
Mm.
There you go. This quilt set breathes like a dream. If you're into quilts. How about oh, here we go. Okay, what? Who needs this? The Brother P-Touch Embellish Elite. So
What is that?
if you're a crafter and you want to make sure that everything in your house is labeled properly.
Oh, yeah. I was never a labeler.
No.
No.
Weren't that organized?
No.
Apparently these things are still a thing. I'll just leave that on the table. The Flamingo Estate Roma Heirloom Tomato Candle.
Are they trying to like just add the most amount of words that they can? Is it just me or?
No, I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. So if you're a marketer, you're like, okay, it's the Flamingo. So they missed the memo, Nicole, on our clarity over cleverness conversation.
Right. Yeah.
So the Flamingo Estate Roma Heirloom Tomato Candle. So it boasts the aroma of fresh tomato plants. Every mom gardener's fantasy can come true. Just like that.
Yeah. Tomatoes to me aren't like, ooh, I can't wait to smell that. Like lavender. Tomatoes. Yeah.
Yes, there you go. The Carolina Allison dress. How about a dress? I don't know.
Yeah. It's cute. It really is.
Yeah. So, blood orange sparkling water from Recess.
I have a few of those in my fridge, but I tend to pick the beer over them.
Yeah. Of course you do. Yes. You have the Recess water? Yeah, is that right?
Yeah, I do. There's a few. I honestly haven't tried them yet, but I've heard good things. So
Interesting.
Magnesium supposed to give you
interesting.
Something. Yeah.
There we go. Some Crossfade 3 wireless headphones. You can never have enough headphones in your life if you always can need headphones. How about some? Oh, this is for you, Nicole Bernard. We should send this to Benton. The Misa Mixed Natural Wine Club.
Mm-hmm.
Made specifically, we'll just send this over to. I got to get Benton's number later from you, so we'll just send this over to Benton. The Misa Mixed. That's exactly it, Benton. You're just done, man. And the slippers, and she's good. Good. The Pro Luxury Capacitive Stylus Pen. I don't know. Do people still use styluses?
No idea.
I don't. I use my Apple Pencil, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Photo book. Do people still have photo books?
Yeah, I think so. It's actually like nostalgic. Like actually print pictures out. That would be fun.
True. Yeah. So there is still something quite magical about a coffee table book with pictures, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Yeah, I would agree with that. Here we go. So I know Lauren over the weekend was talking about her Hokas and her on clouds. She grabbed some Hokas and then moved back to the OCs. But here's some shoes if you're a runner or a walker or an ultra marathoner. Some Hokas. What do you run with?
I haven't tried them yet.
What do you use? Brooks. Okay, there you go. Mm-hmm. Here we go. The adjustable satin lined volume knot turban. So if you are looking for a satin hat for your skull, this is a good one for mom, made by Grace Elia. Here we go. Aloe Yoga Mind Body Glow Set. Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, I think so. And the Ritual Essential for Women's Multivitamin for 50 plus. So if you're over 50, you need some vitamins.
I think I give that to mom on Mother's Day. Again, give it like with the cleanse stuff like a week later. But
right.
It's just my take.
Great advice from Nicole Bernard here this morning. Know when you're going to offer some of these gifts up. Freely Haven high waist 7/8 pocket leggings. This is, of course, for every elder mom on the planet. Mm-hmm. You want to get her some leggings. I think I might have just burped on the air. I'm sorry. I think it might have just came out by accident, and I apologize if y'all heard that. If I was like yawning and just, oh my goodness, did that just happen live?
I didn't hear it.
Good. Okay, good. Here we go. The Majuri travel case. I'm not sure. Oh, I guess for your jewelry. So if you have stuff you want to pack up into a nice little case, that's something. But that's an interesting one, actually, because that's a great idea that I would not have thought of for somebody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cute. I actually like that.
I find so gifts are supposed to be something that maybe somebody wouldn't think of, is how I. Yeah. So there's a nice little unique idea that somebody go, oh, I never would buy that for myself, but that's like a nice little thing to throw into my travel kit. Mm-hmm. Here we go. The Pvolve signature bundle, some straps, some bands. If you want to do a unique Pilates workout, do some yoga, you can quickly get rocking and rolling with some P-Volve bands. Here's some post-workout care skincare kit. Another one for you, Nicole. The Jensen wine carafe.
Ooh.
Some moon juice magnesium. Olive oil. That's another good choice. No? Would you buy olive oil for a gift? Or is that just like a take it for granted thing? It's like, don't you have olive oil in your house?
Yeah, all we cook it with is olive oil. So
us
I guess
too,
I wouldn't
yes.
think of that. Yeah. But
So
I could see that would be a good gift.
So maybe you would be okay. And then, of course, last but not least, we got a nice gratitude journal, which is always nice. Somebody can always use gratitude journals. So I'm wondering then, Nicole, would you, if somebody's like, hey, we know you guys like to use olive oil in the house, and you know you typically will use like this brand, which is a great brand, but we want to go and splurge on buying like a nice bottle of wine or a nice bottle of olive oil. Would that be of value?
Yeah, I think so. Because olive oil, especially like the nicer ones, are not cheap. So yeah, that'd be a great gift.
Yeah, I think something we don't think about. Right? So it's funny, Michael Hoodley, you're right. I think the list was made by a dude. It's it was absolutely made, there's no things that help mom cook. But we're not trying to suggest that moms only cook, because we know dads cook too, but there was nothing really talking about that there. And Michael gave you an idea of trying some hokas, and he never went back to ASICS after. So there we go. We get some input from our audience here. Quickly, I want to do this here. If I can do this, I want to quickly. Yeah, there she is here. All right. So before we say goodbye here, Nicole Bernard, I want to do something that I did not complete on Friday. And I want to make sure that I follow through on something that I promised, which is important, which is our creator spotlight. So Friday, we talked about this lady, and her name is Lydia Williamson. And she was nominated by Keith Stephen Johns. So she is a life and mindset coach for high achievers. Lydia, what is shaking? You are the featured creator in today's Creator Spotlight, Mornings in the Lab with Keith and Nicole. Lydia has been coaching Keith for a number of years, apparently, and he has said she's changed his life. She has just given him different things to think about. She's a life and mindset coach for high achievers, helping you change your reality with ease, learning how to achieve unrealistic results using her mindset methods. She's helped over 200 entrepreneurs break free from the hustle. So Lydia Williamson was nominated for this Creator Spotlight by Keith Johns on Friday, and we're throwing her up today. So I would invite everybody to go check her out. She's from Cyprus. I'm fascinated by Cyprus. You'll see her. You did, yeah, absolutely, right? So if you're looking for a mindset coach, somebody to help you move through some internal blocks that maybe you're getting in the way, it's clear that Lydia Williamson is the one to help you. So I would invite you to check her out and check her profile out. She's clearly, Nicole, adopting the vertical video, and which is awesome. But I would invite you to check her out if you're looking for a mindset coach. If you're a high achiever, Lydia Williamson is our creator spotlight for today in the lab.
Awesome.
All right. So we effectively got through our hour today. We will continue to be more prepared tomorrow. And we have C. Marty Fit joining us tomorrow. I want to have I get some exciting things that I want to get on the table for us this week. My goal here is to get some more actionable discussion items for us to talk about, throw some questions out to the audience. And as I approached May here, my ambition with our show here in the mornings is to try to drive some additional dialogue, conversation. So whether it's listening to Win, whether it's Michael Hoodlow, whether it's something like old school radio, listening to Win at a certain time, maybe we'll nom it, because I got a few things I'm going to throw across your plate to talk about with you, but I'm excited about it. So there we go.
Awesome.
What do you got today? Kids home? Kids at school all day today?
No, they're at school. We got baseball tonight, and just a bunch of work today, which is great. Monday's
Good.
like meetings day, which is good.
Yeah. And how's your head today?
It's good.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah. No, it's great. I don't know. It's good.
Good. All right. You go have yourself an awesome day. I have Brandon Barnum joining me here in the lab today at noon for a live in the lab session, hanging out with C. Marty Fit later this afternoon, talk about some content with C. Marty. And Shannon Houchin's been knocking on our door, which means I'm going to be knocking on your door because Shannon has some ideas for us that I think you're going to be quite intrigued about when it comes to maybe growing this morning show. She is a hyper local person. And one of the things she suggested with us, and I'll throw this out there, is, you know how we're doing Creator Spotlight? Maybe we adopt communities around the States this summer and we find local communities and we adopt them for our mornings in the lab. And maybe we find somebody on LinkedIn from the local coffee shop or the local community, and we get them tuning into our show. Maybe we start, I don't know, there's some fun things we might be able to do to build some grassroots listening around our show in some of the, maybe we need to go and embed ourselves in your hometown.
It's a good one.
It's a good one. Maybe Hoodla wants to help us outgrow the community out there in his backyard. So we'll have to see. Yeah. Cool. All right. You have an awesome day. I'm going to come knock on your door a little later, I'm sure. And you stay nation. Monday, May 6th, and a week from now is May 13th. So it's time to go. It's time to rock and roll. Second quarter. Have a good one, Nicole.
Awesome. Bye. Bye, everybody.
We'll see you later, guys. Bye-bye.